preaching and sweating over Indus. Pakistan's worst nightmare real. Taliban announces dam project. Pak gets punched from both sides. Here's how Taliban plans to punish Pakistan.
Alright, Afghanistan's decision to choke Pakistan's border supply is a direct, brutal consequence of the border conflict on the 2,640-kilometer Durand Line. But for Pakistan, this move is a chilling echo of the measure India took some months ago. Hello and welcome to the special edition of Xplained by NewsX. Today we'll be discussing Afghanistan's decision to stop water inflow into Pakistan and what this means for Pakistan, which is already facing water scarcity due to India's decision to limit water for harboring terrorism. Let's explain the latest flashpoint between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Well, the Chitral River, known in Afghanistan as the Kunar River, is an approximately 480-kilometer long waterway flowing through eastern Afghanistan and northwest Pakistan. It forms the main stem where its upper tributaries, the Yarkun and Mastuj rivers, converge. This river is primarily fed by glacial melt from the Hindu Kush and Hindu Raj ranges and is a key part of the Indus watershed. It was historically referred to as the Kama River. The valley itself is 2 miles wide and lies at an elevation of 4,900 feet above sea level. The river crosses into eastern Afghanistan near the border town of Arandu, where it enters the Kunar Valley. From there, it continues southward, flowing through the Kunar and the Nangarhar provinces. In Afghanistan, it finally merges with the Kabul River just east of Jalalabad. The combined Kabul-Kunar system then flows eastward back into Pakistan through the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, passing near Peshawar before eventually joining the Indus River at Attock. While Pakistan has been acutely aware of its vulnerability regarding the Kabul River for decades, desperately seeking a formal agreement with Afghanistan since the early 2000s. In 2003, Pakistan's Federal Minister for Water and Power proposed the Kabul River Treaty to his Afghan counterpart to secure the peaceful use of shared water resources. A Pakistani technical committee, headed by the chairman of the Flood Commission, was formed to draft the provisions. Afghanistan, however, declined the initial proposal, citing a lack of technical and financial capacity, though the country had conducted its own water feasibility studies in the past, impacted by the Soviets. Well, Pakistan restated its offer for a trans-boundary agreement in 2004, emphasizing the need for a long-term framework for water availability projections. Progress stalled primarily due to insufficient data on river flows in the Kabul basin. Despite informal consultations facilitated by World Bank between experts in Abu Dhabi, no solid outcome was ever achieved. The reason for this persistent push was clear. The Kabul River contributes 12 to 17% of Pakistan's surface water. Without a treaty, Afghanistan's upstream dams could drastically cut flows, severely threatening Pakistan's food security and hydropower generation. Today, that once feared scenario is on the verge of becoming Pakistan's brutal reality. And why is this so? It is because Pakistan chose to conduct airstrikes on Afghanistan's capital Kabul at a time when Afghan Foreign Minister Muttaqi was on a visit to India. Well, border clashes between Afghanistan and Pakistan over the first weekend led to the deaths of dozens of soldiers, marking the most serious confrontation between the two countries since the Taliban seized power in Kabul in 2021. The conflict was sparked on the 9th of October 2025 when Pakistan carried out airstrikes on Afghan capital Kabul, targeting Pakistani Taliban groups. The conflict subsequently protracted along the length of the Durand Line, with both sides exchanging fire using guns, artillery and drones, although some sporadic fighting continued over that weekend. The operations against Pakistan were eventually halted. According to Afghan government spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid, the cessation of hostilities was due to a midnight intervention by Saudi Arabia and Qatar. In terms of casualties, Pakistan reported the deaths of 23 of its soldiers, while the Taliban confirmed 9 fatalities among its men. Both sides claim to have inflicted far higher damage on the other. Well, the consequences of Pakistan's aggressive posturing are now leading to its own suffering. On 23rd of April 2025, India placed the Indus Water Treaty of 1960 in abeyance, marking the first time this landmark agreement had been paused since its inception. This decision was made by the Cabinet Committee on Security, chaired by Prime Minister Modi, and came in direct response to the deadly terrorist attack in the Baisaran Valley near Pahalgam on the April 22nd. The attack, orchestrated by Pakistan harbored terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba, claimed the lives of 26 innocent civilians, including tourists. The Indus Water river system consists of the main Indus River and its 6 major tributaries, 5 left bank and 1 right bank. This extensive network plays a vital role in water supply for both India and Pakistan. The left bank tributaries include the Ravi, the Beas, the Satluj, Jhelum and Chenab rivers. Crucially, the Kabul River is the sole right bank tributary that does not flow through Indian territory. This is the same river now set to stop water inflow into Pakistan following the recent border conflicts between Afghanistan and Pakistan. So how has the IWT suspension, the Indus Water Treaty suspension, impacted Pakistan is the big question. Well, one, India ceased sharing hydrological data, including water flows, snow melts and river discharge information with Pakistan, data which Islamabad heavily relied upon to manage its water resources. 2. India is no longer bound by the treaty's restrictions on its use of water from the western rivers, potentially allowing it to build new storage or hydropower projects and manage water flow more freely. 3. The treaty contains no provisions for unilateral suspension or termination, which is why India chose the term abeyance rather than formally quitting. This was a diplomatic move signaling pressure on Pakistan to curb cross-border terrorism. The immediate aftermath saw a sharp drop in water levels by nearly 20%. This posed a critical threat to Pakistan's agriculture, energy and drinking water supplies, reportedly resulting in a 21% water shortage during the Kharif season. Now that Afghanistan has also decided to halt water inflow via the sole right bank tributary supplying water to Pakistan, what does this mean for the country is the big question. Once again, number 1, agricultural devastation. Irrigation for 80% of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's farmland relies on these Kunar flows. Reduced water could slash crop yields by 20 to 30%, potentially leading to annual GDP losses of $1 to $2 billion. Number 2, energy shortfalls. Hydropower from key dams could drop by up to 15%. This will significantly worsen the blackout crisis in northern Pakistan, potentially costing industries $500 million in productivity losses every year. Number 3, food insecurity. Reduced irrigation threatens staple food for up to 25 million people. This could drive malnutrition rates up and accelerate mass urban migration. Number 4, environmental degradation. Lower flows will harm wetlands, reduce fish stocks and increase soil salinity, accelerating desertification across the region. While with Afghanistan proceeding to construct dams on the Kunar River, this is a geopolitical reality that Pakistan must now confront. Whether Afghanistan has taken strategic inspiration from India's actions to apply similar pressure on Pakistan is a subject of intense debate. The critical question now arises, what will be Pakistan's next move? We take a short break. Be right back.
Pakistan's worst nightmare real. Taliban announces dam project. Pak gets punched from both sides. Here's how Taliban plans to punish Pakistan.